Hey there, Internet. Today I'm reviewing Society of the Snow. This is one of my favorite films of the year. It's definitely on my top 10 list. It is a survival thriller based on a true story about the 1972 Andes flight disaster. Basically, a bunch of Uruguayan rugby players get stranded in the mountains and have to survive. It is totally one of the scariest movies of the year. The director, J.A. Bayona, he previously directed The Orphanage, which is very scary, The Impossible about the Thai tsunami disaster, and also Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I actually got to talk with him for a brief moment before the film screening at Skywalker Ranch, and it was really enlightening what he had to say. He told me that he read the book, which is also named Society of the Snow, and every time one of the people died, he'd start to cry. And for roughly a decade, he wanted to make this movie. He went and interviewed 100 of the survivors and family members of the victims and ended up with a really solid screenplay and story, and then did amazing direction in the film. I also spoke with the visual effects folks, and there are 1,000 visual effects shots in the movie, and you'd never even guess because it is seamless and visible. And it's sad it didn't get nominated for the shortlist for visual effects awards at the Oscars, but I think that goes to show just how good it is that it is like invisible. You think that they're actually filming in the Andes. You think that the plane crashed. You think that all of these things are actually happening. When I saw this in the theaters, I brought two of my good friends with me, and we all left the movie saying, wow, that film was really amazing. It's currently in theaters. It came out December 13th in Uruguay, December 15th in Spain, and the 22nd of December in the US. It will start streaming on Netflix on the 4th, but I highly recommend you check this one out in theaters if you want to have the best experience ever. There are moments of the movie I found pretty humorous, a little bit of dark humor in there. There are moments where I literally jumped out of my seat. I was shocked at what was happening, even though I thought I knew this story. I had previously seen Alive, the movie with Ethan Hawke, also based on the same story, but this one just felt way more authentic and realistic. The cast is mainly composed of Uruguayan and Argentinian actors, many of whom are newcomers, and the film, based on the book, documents the accounts of 16 survivors of the crash, and it got shortlisted for the Best International Feature Film for the Oscars this year. It was Spain's entry, and I can't say more good things about this movie. I don't want to ruin anything in case you don't know the story, although, it's been on Wikipedia for decades, but really it's how the story was told and unfolds through the direction and the screenplay that made it especially interesting and worth checking out. I really can't say more about this film. I included some of the Q&A from the director and visual effects folks on my YouTube channel about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. So definitely check that out if you want to hear more about the movie after you've seen it. But it's really an unbelievable movie. It doesn't sensationalize the elements that Alive did, like the cannibalism and this and that. It's really more of a survival story. And what do you do when you're put in these situations? What do you do to survive? And it's incredible that these people actually ended up alive at the end of this and could tell their story, because so many planes have accidents in the Andes and they only find bodies. So I can only say so much about this movie. It was produced by Guillermo del Toro. You have the special effects makeup artist who worked on Pan's Labyrinth, creating the prosthetics of everything. Post-production was planned to last about 5 months, involving 300 personnel. So it was really a big undertaking. They filmed in Uruguay, they filmed in Chile, they filmed all over, as many actual locations as they could get access to, while still keeping the cast and crew safe. The film premiered at the 80th Venice Film Festival. It was out of competition. If it was in competition, I think it would have won something. It's just really a once-in-a-lifetime movie. I can't think of too many other films that are about surviving in the elements like snow that really intensify the scares, make you really feel like you're there, getting cold, getting chilly. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except you need to see this movie in theaters if you have it playing in a movie theater near you. If you don't, you will regret watching it just on Netflix. If you do watch it on Netflix, make sure your subwoofer is turned all the way up, the volume is blasting, and turn out the lights. The film also showed at Mill Valley Film Festival and a bunch of other film festivals. I really hope it takes home the Best International Documentary Award at the Oscars. While I loved Godzilla Minus Zero, as you know from my review the other day, I think that this is the far superior film in terms of international films I've seen this year. I still need to see Anatomy of the Fall, so that one is out, and The Zone of Interest. Um, anyway, that's my review for today. Check back tomorrow. I'll be reviewing another film. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button to stay up to date on the latest film news. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.